Hello guys, gonna be breaking down the Wednesday, May 11th MLB PrizePicks slate. So for a Wednesday, we always got early games going on. For the Tuesday, I think went like 50% out of the picks, which I'm honestly aiming for like 75%. I know people want to go for like 65, but I know I gotta just get some better results here. Today was just kind of a weird day. Like Verlander took a no hitter in the eighth. Reed Detmer threw a no hitter. Kyle Bradish was dominant. Yusei Kikuchi was good against the Yankees. Like Patrick Corbin wasn't bad. Just a lot of pitchers that we thought we could attack just ended up doing really well. So now that is how baseball is, though. Sometimes pitchers just have good, bad starts, and that's how baseball is. It's volatile. So looking for today, hopefully you can turn around. We're gonna start with first inning runs allowed, and I got 3 plays here. The first one's gonna be my favorite. D-backs and Marlins, and I should actually say though there are 15 games today, no double headers, but all 15 games are on the board, which is kind of weird because there are some really good pitchers on the mound. But this is gonna be the first play, and that's gonna be under. No runs here. It is going to be Sandy Alcantara against Merrill Kelly. Both of them are very good pitchers. Merrill Kelly has definitely increased his pitches are just better. He's, of course, striking guys out more because of that, and he's just a much better pitcher overall. And he's going to be pitching at home. The Marlins, D-backs, they're just not two really good hitting teams, and I expect them to just, it's going to be hard to score against these two pitchers. They've been really good this year, and expect them to have some success against two teams that just aren't good at hitting. Now, the next one is going to be the Angels and the Rays, also under, because it is Shane McClanahan against Shohei Ohtani. Two very, very good pitchers, extremely high K guys. Of course, when you play the Angels, they're one of the hottest teams right now. They also have a ton of power, a ton of run scoring ability at the top. Ohtani, Trout, Rendon, Taylor Ward's been amazing. So it's a little bit, I would say worrisome. But McClanahan, when you get two aces like this, this would probably be a minus 170 or something on DK Sportsbook, which just shows that it has a ton of value. Now the next play is going to be Boston and Atlanta. So this one again, and this is Nathan Eovaldi against Ian Anderson. Both of them very quality pitchers, but same thing with the Angels. These two teams have great offenses, and they, of course, can score runs off of any pitcher, no matter how good they are. So that is a concern, but of course it is nice to see that Vegas does have this as a game that is under, or both teams that have under a 4-run total. Well, 4 and 3.6. And then the other ones that I mentioned, 3.7, 3.5, and 3.9, 3.7. So runs are going to be hard to come by. That's why these three just really stand out for no run first inning plays. Now, on to strikeouts. Strikeouts, there are 3 plays. One's going to be Alcantara. Makes sense if you want to just play the over on him and then under for no runs for this game. So for him, over 5.5. He hasn't had like a big K game this season. He's been hovering around 5 pretty much all season. But Arizona, not a good hitting team. And versus right-handed pitchers, they strike out the third most, 26.2. So, that's just 0.1 away from being the team that strikes out the most against right-handed pitchers. And Alcantara, he's a quality pitcher. He hasn't had that, amazing start. Last start, he kind of struggled a little bit against the Padres, but this time around, going to be an excellent matchup for him. I could definitely see this being one of his higher K games, so I really like this. I think, I'm not sure if his prop was actually like 5 last game against the Padres or something, but if his prop were to drop to 5, I'm going to really like this because we do get that push. And then the next 2 actually come from the same game. So Chad Kuhl, Alex Cobb. Kuhl, that's going to be an under. And then Cobb is going to be, I hate doing that. Kuhl is going to be a under 4.5 against the Giants. So the Giants against righties, they have a lot of their normal regular lineup guys back, and of course they're going to be able to platoon a lot. That's how the Giants play. They have a lot of lefties in their lineup, and they'll pinch hit if the star gets pulled, and that's just how they play. And it makes it tough because pitchers are always going to, be at a disadvantage when they have to face opposite-handed batter. So the Giants against righties, they strike out 23rd most, so they are among the bottom, so they don't strike out a ton. And now they have what should be more of a, I think they're pretty healthy now. Let me take a look. Yeah, they got Wade, Belts expected back, Jock Peterson, Yastrzemski. Like, their regular lefties are going to be in this lineup. The wind, again, I think I've said this before, but Giants Oracle Park, the wind doesn't matter that much. 13 miles, like if it's 20 or something, sure, but this park is built to minimize the impact of wind. So that's good. At least it's not blowing in, I guess, but I'm playing this because of the spot. 4.5 run total, and the Giants have some of their better bats back in the lineup. Chad Cole has been good, but he's also, I believe he's been a little bit lucky when it comes to his ERA compared to expected ERA. Like, his numbers, they look pretty good, not too bad. Not a high K guy. He's just never been 19.8%. And expected ERA, that's still very good, 2.92, but we just care about the Ks for this. So under here, I would not take this if it was 4 because I think that's definitely doable. Now, Cobb, 4.5, this is going to be an over. So the Rockies, when they play on the road, they're just a different team. And if you look at the Rockies' K rate, just overall, not factoring home and away splits, 21.6, 20th, 89 WRC plus. Now, you have to factor in that this is going to be an away game for them just because Coors Field is just, again, the best hitter's ballpark. Now, you take that away, the Rockies are up to 13th in strikeout rate, and they have a 60 WRC plus. That is just horrendous. So if you want to take something else for Cobb, like fantasy score, I think that's fine because Cobb should be in line for the win today as well, so that's going to help. And I think it's his third start back from injury, so he should be able to go maybe 85, 90 plus pitches. So I don't hate that either, but I think he's a lot better. He's throwing a lot faster for his pitches, and that's gonna help him K more guys. So I think 4.5 just way too low. Even if this one actually, if it goes to 5, I'm fine playing it as well. And then on to pitching outs. So there's one, Logan Gilbert, 17.5. Gonna take the under on this one because he's only hit the over on this once this season, and he's not really going like 100 pitches. And Philly, they're a good team. Their offense, they have a lot of good bats. Logan Gilbert is someone that will walk guys. So when you walk guys, then of course you're gonna have to face more guys, throw more pitches. So Philly, 110 WRC plus, rank 8th. Right there, and then pulling Gilbert's stats up, I do believe he's also been a bit lucky so far this year for how he is. Yeah, like his expected ERA is a full over 2 points higher, and then a 47% hard hit rate. His Ks are there, but we're taking pitching outs here, and I don't feel too good about him going 6 innings here. Now, I have one fantasy score play, and that's going to be Shane McClanahan under 34.5. So the Angels, they're a very good team. And when you look at them against lefties, they will okay. That's why I think probably the fantasy score is the way to go because at least if they're King, they will be putting up runs. The Angels right here, WRC plus 123. They have a 10.7 walk rate, really good, and everything. Just, a lot of these numbers, they look excellent against left-handed pitching, but of course McClanahan is a very, very good pitcher. So I just think that this profit is a little bit too high. The Angels are just on an absolute tear right now, and everything's just clicking for him. I think McClanahan, someone who doesn't typically go 6 innings, has some pitch count concerns. he's not going to be able to get the quality start. Otani on the other side, like the win is going to be a little bit in jeopardy here. So I think an under on the fantasy score is probably the best play if you were to play McClanahan today. So that's what I'm going with. And now on to hitting. So for fantasy score, we're going to go right back to the Brewers. Christian Yelich, 7.5. Rowdy Tellez, 6.5. Both of these are going to be overs. So Vladimir Gutierrez is one of the worst pitchers against left-handed batters. Pulling this up, 5.86 xFIP, lefties like 382 WOBA, 282 ISO, not 14% K rate, walks a ton of guys, just 46% hard hit, 45 fly ball rate, just absolute horrible. And these two guys, Yelich and Tellez, they're playing in Cincinnati. Cincinnati, again, it's going to be warm weather. These teams didn't really go off, but I think this spot, 82-degree weather, again, Great American Ballpark, one of the best places to play for offenses today. I think it's just going to be excellent. They hit right there together, 3 and 4, so if you want to stack it, totally fine. Just really like these two guys again. Brewers, just the Reds are not a good team, and going to take advantage of this. These projections, just, yeah, they're pretty good. So really like those. Two of my favorite plays actually for today. And then Jose Ramirez, 7.5. So Vince Velasquez is on the mound. Velasquez he's okay. I wouldn't say he's an awful pitcher, but Jose Ramirez, like, he is one of the better players in all of baseball. He has that rare power speed ability. He's also a switch hitter. Like Velasquez, you look at these numbers, he gets hard hit. Ks, it's like fine. His walk rate, his career, he's been around 10%. So if you get him to walk Jose Ramirez with that speed, he can hit this fantasy score with the stolen base. 5.7 expected ERA, just really high. So expect some negative regression for Velasquez, and I think this number maybe should be 8.5. So I think this is definitely a good play here. And then Javi Baez, 5.5 over on this number if I could find it. Against Oakland. Oakland, they're using a lefty, and it's one of their youngsters, Zach Lug. The Tigers, they have a 4-run total. Wind's blowing slightly in, but Baez, he is a good hitter against left-handers. He also has some speed, so I think a 5.5 for Baez here probably should be 6.5. He hasn't been great, but also he hasn't been awful. There's just not a lot to go off of, because some of these young guys pitching, you don't have a lot of data on them, so it's tough to read. But the Athletics, they're supposed to be one of the worst teams in the league, and Tigers are not that great either. But Baez, he's definitely a very capable major league player. Platoon advantage here. He strikes out a ton, obviously, but that's what you get out of Baez. But with that platoon advantage, he should be able to strike out less, so that's definitely less of a concern. His numbers haven't been amazing, but he's also been hurt, so now that he's back, I think he should be able to hit the over on this. And then gonna go with someone who just burned us, but it's too good to pass up. Tommy Edman, again at 6.5. So this man struck out 3 times and he's singled in the 9th. Baltimore, they are going to be they're going to be throwing out Spencer Watkins, and the Cardinals again have a massive run total of 4.9. That should be over 5 by the start. And it is 89 degrees. Wind is kind of blowing right to left. Edman's going to continue leading off. He has that stolen base ability. He's not going to strike out 3 times again. He's just not that kind of guy. Spencer Watkins, he's also, not that kind of guy. So, it's, again, 2 things matched together. Spencer Watkins, just a whole lot of blue. He 3 percentile in Ks, 10% walk rate, 6 expected ERA. just a lot to like here for Edman. This projection, again, it's too low for how he's been playing this year. He just shouldn't be projected this low for fantasy score. And then I do have one for runs and RBIs, and that is going to be Vladimir Guerrero, 0.5. Jameson Taillon has been excellent, and the Blue Jays have a 3.5 run total, but here's the thing, I think that's way too low. The Blue Jays, no matter who they're facing, I just think that they deserve to have a higher run total than that. They're too good of an offense. This is too good of a hitter's ballpark, and Taillon doesn't even go that deep into the games. Now, the Yankees, they do have some quality bullpen arms, but Vladdy, like, this is one of the best hitters in baseball, and we're talking about getting him for a prop that we just never see. Runs and RBIs, either one. He just needs one of them, and I think it's just more betting on the talent than the matchup here, so that's why I really like this one. Overall, favorite plays of the slate, it's going to be that no run first inning prop of Miami and Arizona, and then it's going to be Yelich, Tellez, and then Tommy Edman once again. So that is it for the video. Remember, early games today, so make sure you get your bets in. And also there's a CSGO taco right now still available, so make sure you take advantage of that. That one does look pretty good. It's almost a 50% discount, so capitalize on that before it expires. But thank you guys for watching. Thanks for all the support. Once again, hopefully we do have a massive bounce back slate today. So thank you guys, and I'll see you next video. Bye.